Martin Fitzwater, who placed 5th at the Olympia and won Prague Pro by defeating former Mr. Olympia Samson Dauda, shared his PD cycle.
750 test, 600 to 800 EQ, and a little bit of growth hormone, like 4 to 6 IUs.
Martin keeps his off-season extremely simple, running 750 mg of test, 6 to 800 mg of EQ, and 4 to 6 IU GH because a predictable low-stress off-season makes prep easier.
I actually used Parabolin this prep, did Mass P as well, and then we kept Anavar and Winstrol in. And Proviron, I guess, because we started that a week out from the Olympia.
When Olympia prep began, he set his dry-based PDs as Tren, Hex, Mastron Propionate, Anavar, Winstrol, and Proviron. These stayed in through Olympia and into Prague, while testosterone and GH were completely removed 14 days out. If you're serious about bodybuilding, you can't afford to miss such updates. Hit follow right now. He pulled testosterone 2 weeks before the show and stayed off it through Olympia and almost a month into Prague. By the final peak week, he could feel his test fully crash, leaving him emotionally flat and physically beat up, even though the dry PDs stayed in. His GH tolerance is low because anything above 6 IU gives him insane pumps and water retention that ruin his training. So 3 weeks out, he cut GH to 3 IU and then removed it completely 14 days out because he gets sharper detail. The drawback was losing the joint and sleep benefits GH provides, which gave him pain in elbows, knees, and hips. For orals, he stuck to Anavar and Winstrol. Winstrol degrades type 2 and type 3 collagen, which thins the skin but also weakens tendons and ligaments, making them more injury prone if you push it too long. That's why he never uses it for more than 4 weeks. Also, anything above 25 mg of Winnie gives him digestive issues. Proviron was added 1 week out because it only works in short bursts by clearing receptors, so the orals bind harder. And since the oral stayed in, Proviron stayed in through Prague Pro. As his anti-estrogen, he used letrozole because it dries and thins the skin but makes him feel emotionless, so he kept the dose low. His peptides included daily MOTS-C and SLU-PP. Both helped increase mitochondrial activity and raise his body temperature when metabolism started slowing. He relied heavily on BPC 157 and TB 500 because he tore his labrum in college and that injury limited his front lat spread. The peptides reduced pain and improved his shoulder mobility. That finally allowed him to open the pose properly on stage. His waist was much tighter because oral BPC crushed gut inflammation, and glutamine at 10 grams 4 times per day kept digestion stable, especially when he was eating around 1000 carbs per day. For fat burners, he relied only on Clen but avoids high doses because anything above 40 microgram cramps him badly. To handle cramping backstage, he took the malaria drug quinine pill because it stops cramping instantly, helps regulate sodium and potassium, and usually does not wreck his look. His sleep routine used Epsom salt baths for magnesium absorption because his skin delivery avoids the digestive issues high dose magnesium causes. He paired that with his night stack of high dose melatonin between 60 to 100 milligrams plus GABA and L-theanine to calm his brain and push him into a parasympathetic state. So the question is, which part of Martin's stack shocked you the most? Don't forget to like and share with your friends.